Hi everyone, welcome back to game 20 now. And now we are 2 for 2 in Blitz games. Yesterday I have won relatively nice but not really exciting game where I was playing really weak. But I have found that how to approach this e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, h5 opening. I will just play d4 next time and go into like a little bit sharper line, which should give me like an immediate advantage. Now, without further ado, let's go to the next game and see if we can make it 3 for 2. Okay, we are playing against d4, and for that I prepared the d5 line. And this time, hopefully, I will not mix up my preparation against the London. I believe the move was knight f6, but I'm not sure about the e3 move. I'm not sure about the e3 move. It was either queen b6 here or knight f6. For some reason, I like queen b6. I just simply want to see how white is going to react. I want to take on b2. Yeah, I don't think b3 is the correct way to approach this position. So I'm definitely want to now put pressure on d4 a little bit more. c3 is probably fine. Maybe actually taking on d4 may have been a better idea. So I'm completely unsure about my preparation right now, but it looks like it could be fine. I'll play e6 here. Bishop d3 is to be expected. But how do I feel about the weird knight e7? Or do I let the... Yeah, let's be honest, I always have a slight issues with the London setup. I'm gonna play this way. In this case, I'm gonna slide the bishop down. Bishop c2, okay. A bit strange. Maybe it's time to put rook on c8. The idea is to eventually Rengen all the way to c2. Or when I say Rengen, I mean X-ray. So right now I'm threatening bishop c2, and then take, and then take. So if you look through it, then you will see that it should work. Bishop, queen. So now we have a chance to kick the bishop a little bit. just something calm. And now let's try the h5 move. I mean, this bishop should be better than this bishop. And this is already like a strange looking move. And f4. White is going with the knight on d4. Okay. Maybe white wants to have a queen on d4. Okay. But this should give me enough counterplay on the a file. And some potential at some point to play also bishop c5 or bishop b6, hitting the queen this way. It will be very difficult to actually protect anything on the a file. So I can try and put some pressure there. Okay, the knight goes there. Okay. Let's do it this way. I just allowed knight b5. Not the best display on my bit. Okay, let's disallow the knight b5. That was a moment of horror. And some move like knight c2 could be a problem at some point. Knight c6, I understand. I will not hesitate. Can take on c3, but not just yet. Now is the time. These two pass pawns could be very strong, but it's all about time pressure sometimes. And this game, I mishandled as usual, and I have to give it to the opening. The opening is really annoying, and I still have not managed to find a setup that would work. And quite frankly, the e3 is the first time I see this. Usually whites like to go into some sort of Jubava kind of style, or they play knight f3 earlier. So e3 I'm not so familiar with, and I don't know, queen b6 I tried for the first time. I feel that b3 is not the good move to go about it, but it's the way to keep the status quo. And yeah, for me the dream scenario is when they take on c5, but they've never done that. So again, I will have to have a good look at how to play this particular line, because yeah, Rook c8 was a good threat, but that's all I had. For a moment I forgot that I could stake with the rook and at least open the h file, but I don't think with the bishop here and the knight here it's going to be such a strong attack anyway. Don't think I can go through the game review because of my credits with chess.com. I'm low on credits. h5 was kind of a trick that I could use, and I don't know, taking on e5 twice, why not? But queen c7 was a waste of a tempi because f4 was kind of obvious. c4 was an attempt to expose the d4 and also open the bishop a little bit. Maybe I could have played a5 here. And actually, if white wanted the pawn so badly on a7, now was the time to give the check and then take on a7. Yeah, I was quite happy to give the pawn because there should be enough pressure on all these pawns, so I felt like there will be a compensation. But obviously when I play queen a7 and allow this kind of fork, then there is not much that can save me. I wish there was, but nothing. So queen a7 was an obvious blunder. Knight c6, I felt like giving the bishop is not the best thing, but it felt like giving the rook for knight and a pawn should be good enough, especially if I have like pressure on all these dark squares, on all these pawns are colored of my bishop, so I felt there will be some compensation. And in the end, we managed to flag our opponent, so all good. So yeah, I hope you liked this game. I'll see you in the next one, and yeah, hopefully we will keep on winning because there's still like lots of points to climb before I get somewhere where I need to be, and hopefully my understanding of London will improve, because so far I'm still swimming in it a little bit. All right, you take care, guys.